Today, we're going to break down the absolutely incredible story of Warner Brothers Discovery stock. I mean, just look at it. It's what traders call a parabolic breakout, when a stock pretty much goes vertical. So in this explainer, we're going to dive into the technicals behind this explosive move and see what's really going on under the hood.
So yeah, we're going to look under the hood. On one side, you've got all these powerful forces just shoving the price higher. But on the other side, we've got to hunt for those hidden warning signs that almost always pop up when a stock gets this hot.
And just to put this into perspective, okay, the stock is currently trading over 29 bucks. Its long-term baseline, the 200-day moving average, is way down at $14. It has more than doubled its own long-term trend. That's not just a small jump, that is a massive outperformance and really the definition of a stock in a powerful, powerful bull market.
So, let's start by looking at the engine of this whole rally, the pure, raw numbers that tell us what's happening day in and day out.
See, it's not just that the price is going up, it's how it's going up. The rally is actually picking up speed. It's accelerating, and it's all happening on trading volume that is 72% higher than average. This isn't some quiet drift upwards. This is a powerful, high-conviction move with a surge of activity behind it.
So, what's fueling this rocket ship? This brings us to the bull case, and I want you to think of this like the countdown for a rocket launch, where every single system is flashing green, reporting go for launch. The technicals are showing what is truly a perfect storm of positive signals.
In fact, there's a term for this. It's called full bullish alignment. And this is a really rare and incredibly powerful situation where every major trend indicator, from the shortest little squiggles to the longest-term charts, is pointing in the exact same direction, straight up.
And this table just illustrates that alignment perfectly. Look at this, it's like a beautiful staircase. The current price is above the 5-day average, which is above the 20-day, which is above the 50, and so on, all the way down. What this tells you is that everybody, from the fast money day traders to the slow-moving long-term institutional investors, is on the exact same side of this trade, and that, right there, is what creates such powerful momentum.
So who's doing all this buying? Well, there's an indicator called the Chaikin oscillator that basically tracks money flowing into a stock, and it is showing a massive positive reading of over 115 million. So what does that mean in simple terms? It suggests the big money, the institutions, are piling in and fueling this rally.
Okay, so you've got full alignment. You have big money flowing in. The price is accelerating. I mean, the picture looks flawless, right? But you know, in the markets, when everything's look this perfect, that's often the exact moment you need to start paying very, very close attention. So, what could possibly go wrong here?
Because even the most powerful rocket has warning lights on the dashboard. And right now, several of WBD's key gauges are flashing bright, bright red.
And this all comes down to one key idea, the term overbought. Now, this doesn't mean the trend is over. It just means the stock has moved too far, too fast. Think of it like a rubber band. The further you stretch it, the more powerful the potential snapback is. It's a sign of incredible strength, but it's also a sign of extreme tension.
And believe me, this isn't just one stray signal. 3 of the most important momentum indicators, the stock RSI, the stochastic, and the RSI, are all in extreme territory. Just for context, a reading over 70 is usually considered overbought. Wade B's readings are at 100, 92, and 86. They are all screaming that that rubber band is stretched incredibly tight.
Here's another signal that kind of tells 2 stories at once, the Bollinger Band. On the one hand, the price is actually broken outside the upper band. That is a classic sign of explosive strength. But here's the catch. Prices statistically stay inside these bands about 95% of the time. So being this far outside is often unsustainable and creates this powerful magnetic pullback toward the average. And we can actually quantify that snapback risk. A statistical analysis of the stock's logical trend line puts a fair price around $25.50. At its current price, the stock is trading almost 16% above that. The source material calls this an excessive premium, which is just another way of saying that rubber band is stretched out by nearly 16%.
So we have these 2 completely opposite forces at play. You've got incredible momentum pushing the stock up, and you have these extreme overbought readings trying to pull it back down. How in the world do you make a decision in that kind of environment? Let's try to synthesize this into a clear strategic takeaway. So here it is, the core conflict, laid out plain and simple. On one side, you have a picture-perfect parabolic breakout, fueled by big institutional money.
On the other side, you have a whole chorus of indicators screaming that this rally is exhausted. It's the classic tug-of-war between momentum and gravity.
Given this crazy tug-of-war, the source material suggests a prudent risk management approach. So if you're already in the stock, this is all about protecting what you've got. Maybe consider taking some profits off the table to lock in those incredible gains. And for whatever shares you keep, you might want to tighten up your stop-loss orders to protect against a sudden reversal. And for anyone thinking about getting in now, well, the message is pretty clear. Chasing a move this extended is a very high-risk game.
And all of this leaves us with the ultimate question, the one that every trader and investor faces in a situation just like this. When a stock is soaring, the fear of missing out, that greed, is incredibly powerful. But when it's this overbought, the fear of a sharp correction is just as real. In a market of extremes like this one, how do you balance those two powerful emotions? It's really the central challenge of navigating a parabolic move.